My name is David Scotland and I will be reading for the role of Eliza. Is that right? Elijah. Yeah, that makes more sense. Just walking the dog. Hang on, just going to throw the ball. Just thinking, it's a beautiful day here. Don't want to give my homeland a bad rap, but it's not usually nice enough to go out for a walk in shorts and t-shirts in April in Scotland. That we might be the generation that gets some benefits from climate change, unusually warm weather at random times, but we might also be living through a time that might start to correct some of the damage that's been done. So we're really getting the best of both worlds. We're actually very lucky when you think about it. Is anybody buying that? Okay, I'm just gonna do like a few different options. Don't cut or stop. Yeah, just keep it going. Okay, great. Thank you. How could you do that to me? 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 That's definitely the best one, isn't it? How could you do that to me? Do. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do it now, so can you film this one? Well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying this. I'm going to do it properly now, so if you can just make sure that you're Okay. I'm meditating at the moment. The purpose of should you have a purpose to meditation? I don't know. The meditation course that I'm doing is sort of geared towards creativity. And at the end of each meditation, just sit and write for 15 minutes. Let whatever comes out, no judgment. This is what came out today and it's got me really worried. Barefoot on the beach, I feel the wet sand ooze between my toes. The warm sun kisses me on the face. I couldn't be happier. So far, so good. Suddenly, out in the sea, I spot a flash of something. What was it? It looked like an arm. Or was it the light reflecting off the water? No, there it is again. An arm. And an arm only. Someone is drowning 20 metres out from the shore. They need help now, or they aren't going to make it. Too bad, I think. What a shame. What a waste of life. I close my eyes and feel the sun kiss my face again. I press my toes into the wet sand so it squidges between them even more, almost rising past them and burying them. I am happy and calm. They shouldn't have swum so far out anyway. I just sat down and put the pen to paper and this was the first thing that came out of my brain this morning. What does that mean about me, do you think? Because I'm a bit worried now. It's funny how the new normal becomes normal. On the drive home I cry. Sometimes all the way. Sometimes I have to park the car around the corner just to get it out of me. When I get home, I rev the engine just so they can hear that I'm home and they go to their rooms. I take off all my clothes and put them straight in on the hottest wash. I dart into the shower from the kitchen, naked, and put the shower on the hottest wash I can take. I get into my comfies, and I gather all three of them in the front room, and we just hug. Sometimes we stand like that for 5 solid minutes. I tell them all how much I love them. I love the smell of their hair. And I look at all of them, one by one, like it's the last time. Just so I can see them and timestamp them and embed them into my mind. It's like I need to feel why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sort of justify it for myself and for them, so they can feel why. It's where I draw my strength from. The strength to go on. The strength to go out there again. To give me the reason to go out there and come home. Because what else is there? What else is there when all this stuff fades away? They'll be the first thing I think of and the last thing I think of when I go to sleep. When I can sleep. Otherwise you start thinking. And that's when it gets you. That's when you can't function. I've seen it. It may not take you physically, but once it gets up here, it's over. I've seen it. I've seen what it can do. One issue with the current situation is that you just have a bit too much time to think about things, don't you? So at the moment I'm just having a look at why do nipples get hairy first? For example, I don't have a lot of chest hair, I'm not going to show you, but my nipples get really but I can't find anything that says why it happens there first. Apparently, Lily Allen plucks her nipple hair. Wikipedia about chest hair. Areas where terminal hair may grow. Terminal? In humans, terminal hairs are thick, long and dark. Oh my god, this is so childish. There's like different patterns. So sternal. Infraclavicular, which is like a V here. Pectoral. Circumareolar, a small area immediately encircling. Incidence only 16%. That's where most of mine is. Look at all the different types here. So I think eventually mine is going to probably look like CS, because I feel like it's growing all the time. Maybe CPSI? That looks really weird though. Or CPI, but I don't like that cross. I mean, it's not really up to me, is it? It'll grow where it grows. Well, there you go. See, normal day-to-day life, I wouldn't have had time to find that out. I'm worried that after all of this, everything will just go back to normal. I'll go back to the same job, I'll live in the same flat, I'll see the same people, and I'll live the same life. And then I think, well, how privileged am I, you know, that everything in my life could just neatly piece back together. But then it makes you think, what was all this for? You know, weren't we given this time, weren't we gifted this time so that we had the ability and the space to reflect and to grow and to change? But what if everything was fine? Bad word. What if everything was good? I'm trying really hard to think about things that I didn't like about my life before. Things that I didn't like about myself before. Now, where do you start with that? In this time, I've been thinking a lot about how lonely I am and how it would be nice if someone was here. But then I get brief flashes of when someone has been there, and I just remember the awkwardness and the constriction and the itchiness. To put it plainly, I don't know what I want. That's what I need to use this time to figure out. That's what I need to figure out. Because if you don't know what you want, how do you know what to change? You know?